special This Just In at Comic-Con. We're gonna see what kind of weird shit we can find and get into today. A DeLorean. We just saw a DeLorean. Didn't even know they actually made those. I don't think, well, we don't, but god damn. Let's do it. We're here filming a special for our show, and can you tell us how you made it? Like what
Yeah, so yeah, help yourself. So it's just PVA foam. It's just that workout mat.
Okay.
I mean, it's very raw. I've been rushing the last few days trying to get this thing rubberized, but it's been raining.
How long did it take you?
I've started on this a few months ago. It's just a hobby. I'm not a professional cosplayer. I just wanted to, you know, dress up like your favorite characters, man. Adam Savage was talking about it too.
So you can see the helmet?
Help yourself. I had a battery in it. It blinded me.
It's badass. I don't think this probably wouldn't save you if the vision shot you out of the sky. So
Yeah,
probably definitely.
Yeah,
would,
that's fair. That's a fair assumption.
But damn, that shit's on point.
It's okay.
What's your name, man?
Chase.
Chase. I'm Justin.
Justin,
My
nice to meet
producer George.
Nice to meet you,
special
man.
called This Just In Comic-Con edition.
Awesome.
All right.
Thanks, man.
All right. We are buying tickets to not buy shit. We are buying tickets to watch and make fun of and talk to people. That's how committed we are to this. Y'all better watch it. Okay. Wow. Yeah. It's got a real Chris Claremont Wolverine #1 look to it. I like it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Very,
Thank you.
very good. And but always keep facial hair that way, or are you doing it just for today?
It grows back within a week, so
Nice.
it's real fast.
So you normally go full beard, but then every year you go Wolverine.
Yep.
Is this every year you do Wolverine, or do you do different ones?
I do different ones, but Wolverine's my go-to.
Yeah, you got the look,
So,
man.
yeah.
And you actually got, like me, you actually got the stature for it.
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman's like 6'4" or something, right? Not,
He's tall.
Yeah, way
Wolverine's
tall.
supposed to be short.
Right,
but
yeah.
Hugh Jackman's tall.
Yeah, that's for sure. You can't be all berserker rage when you're fucking Michael Jordan size.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah. Nice. And what's your name?
Bob.
Bob.
Right.
I'm Justin. This is George. We're filming a special called This Just In.
How you doing?
Be airing it in a couple days. Appreciate it. Legit ass magic wands.
What do you know about steampunk? Oh my God, Justin, you were
I know. Yeah, I know. I know. Now, what I'm
you're such a dork, Justin.
I'm okay with it. What I'm interested in is this is a steampunk alliance of Eastern Virginia. So that begs a couple questions. One, I didn't know there was an alliance. Two, is there one for Western Virginia? What's your name, man?
Alex.
Alex. I'm Justin. This is George. We're doing a special called This Just In. Let's see, we got the Steampunk Alliance of Eastern Virginia.
That's correct.
Talk a little bit about that. Tell us what it's about.
What we are is we're a steampunk meetups group. We've been having difficulties finding a meetup location. You know, 7 cities in one area, all half-hour apart from each other. It gets very difficult to get everyone to agree on one spot. But our other big focus has been doing education and meetups. So our last weekend we were actually at a maker fair put on with NASA for their 100th birthday.
That's awesome.
So.
Are they working on like the fly-in sail ships at all yet? We getting that?
Fingers crossed.
All right. Now, do you make all this stuff, or?
Yes, we do a lot of our own artwork.
That's awesome.
Our TARDIS, our R2.
What's your name, man?
I'm Jason.
Jason?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Jason.
Nice to meet you.
What, I mean, do you just, like, this kind of stuff, you just get, like, an image in your head, or do you just start throwing shit together, or a little bit of both?
Yeah.
How long have you all been how long has the Alliance been around?
We've been out here for about 5 years when we had our initial, where we sat down in Portsmouth, hey, we're going to do this. And then everyone moved away. The other flip side of it being a huge military area, everyone's like, yeah, I'm good. We're leaving in 6 months. Bye.
How many people generally when you have like some sort of event?
When we do an event, we usually get about 15, 20 people come out dressed up, and they don't come dressed up, they come out with just general interest in their imagination, and that's the best thing I can ask anyone that wants to do steampunk.
Absolutely.
Open mind, open imagination.
So generally, like when you do these events and stuff, you just bring all your stuff out, put it out, and just tell people about like what it is and all that, and the concept behind it.
Yep. At the Maker Fairs, we usually pick something that we usually demo. Richmond has a big Maker Fair they do every fall.
Oh, what?
Maker Fair.
What is that?
So basically, it's promoting the STEM fields, so science,
I got you.
technology, engineering, math, and they throw in art, so they into STEAM. So our first year we got invited out, steampunk with a STEAM event. It was a really nice little touch.
Yeah, I like the play on words.
And this past year when we were there this fall, we were doing leatherworking. So I was showing and demoing. I actually made this hat while I was there.
May I for my
Go right ahead.
All right. Let's see if this works out better. What do you think, producer? Should we start the show from this now on? Yeah.
It's dope.
Cool. Get a lot of ladies around the steampunk festivals? I feel like that would be the way to go.
Gotta love corsets. They
We're filming a special and we're doing Comic-Con today. Would you care to talk about your... Oh, sure. All right. I'm Justin, by the way. I'm the host of This Just In. It's my producer, George.
How's it going?
Talk to us. What we got going on here?
This is Susanumon from Digimon Frontier.
Okay. I was always more of a Pokemon guy myself.
I mean, they're both good,
Yeah.
but I like, it's kind of hard to cosplay as a Pokemon.
It's very true. Without coming across, it's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
May I touch?
Yeah, go ahead.
What is this made of?
Foam. It's
Foam?
just like foam matting that you probably find at the gym.
Okay. Seems to be a common ingredient. For
Yeah,
these,
it's
costumes.
very flexible, it's easy to work with, and it's very forgiving.
Right.
If I cut something the wrong way, like even if it's just a shallow cut, like I can pretty much just fix it right on the spot, and I can cover it up too if I need to.
How long does something like this take?
This is about 2 weeks.
2 weeks. So
Yeah.
did you make it special for this one, or did,
To be honest with you, I didn't even know there was a comic convention going on until like somebody told me like 3 days ago. I had just been working on it.
Yeah, I didn't know about it until the other day there. Excuse me, I'm getting a little distracted by Princess Leia. I don't know where she went. Do you make a lot of other costumes, or is this your first?
This is my second attempt at a costume.
Really?
Yeah, the first one was a Shovel Knight last year.
That's a Digimon also?
Oh no, Shovel Knight's from a video game by Yacht Club. And it's pretty much just a knight that carries around a shovel as his,
self-explanatory.
yeah, like a combat shovel. But yeah, this is the second attempt, and I mean, I've been getting nothing but like raving reviews.
Yeah,
like
I see
have been
why. Now, my thing, then I come to a couple logistical questions here. Once you go to the bathroom when you put it on, and then you got to hold it the rest of the day. It does not look conducive. to
No,
toilet use.
once I'm in this thing, I'm in it. I can't get out of it. I went to the bathroom before I came. I ate before I came.
You got ready for this.
Yeah, you gotta prep whenever you get into something like this.
I'm assuming you had to assemble yourself after you already got here? 'Cause
Correct.
I can't imagine you could drive in that either.
Definitely not.
Definitely blind spots.
My wife over there actually drove us.
I'm Justin. Coming to interview them for our show. Cool, man. What was your name again?
Max.
Max. Pleasure to meet you, Max.
Nice to meet you too.
We'll be having our video online here soon, so check it out. Maybe you'll be in it.
Awesome.
This just in. Ultimate pillow fight is superhero stuff. I feel like that's a good video. You and me having a pillow fight with that stuff. Filming a show for today, and we're trying to get all the Chewbacca. Can you do us a Chewbacca sound? Hey, give us a shot. Come on, give us a shot. Oh, you can do it. That's good. Crazy. Fellas, we're filming a special on our show for Comic-Con today.
Yeah.
And we're interviewing people about the costumes. Would y'all care to see on there? All right. Clearly, we got Robin here. Is this kind of Chris O'Donnell-y? But
This is actually a Jason Todd variant of the Dawn of Justice take on it, done by 4Neo Designs, printed by Zentai Zone.
I like the Batman Begins belt.
Thank you.
Gives
Thank
it a
you.
little bit of a movie credibility.
Yeah, I actually like I bought this one because I tried to make it with a bigger utility belt, but it didn't fit the aesthetic of the suit.
Right.
So I just went ahead and got this for $9 at a costume shop.
What do we got going on for the white and the mask?
Okay, so the mask is the white part is a mesh I got from Michaels, and I glued it on the inside. The mask I got from Tiger Stone Effects, based out of London, and I just glued it on the inside. And because I wanted to go with a different aesthetic, most people get the mesh contacts and then paint their eyes black, but I wanted the more comic-y feel.
Right.
So I just got the white mesh, and I can actually see pretty well.
Yeah, that's always my thing with all the movies. I wish at one point they would just point out that all of them, Arrow, Batman, they all put makeup on.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, they did do that with Arrow.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, that's
Grease
true.
paint.
Like every Batman movie you see, he takes the mask off. Suddenly,
And, like, he's
except for
just-
that one scene of Batman Returns. There's that one quick shot when his
Yeah.
makeup is gone. You know what I'm talking
I
about.
know exactly what you're talking
Speaking
about.
of that, we got a real Marlon Wayans Robin going on here. He was originally supposed to play Robin in
Yeah,
the
he
Tim
was.
Burton movies. Oh, you know Marlon Wayans was originally supposed to play Robin in the. Oh yeah, let's do it.
He
So,
was.
little
he
known
was.
fact, everybody. Marlon Wayans was going to be Robin. And of course, we
But,
got Arrow
Chris
here.
O'Donnell beat him out.
Yeah, yeah. Well, they bought him out of his contract when Joel Schumacher took over.
Yeah.
Got rid of Billy D. Williams and Marlon Wayans. Where are we going with that? This is super legit. Arrow. Of
I got
course.
this from Pro Cosplay.
Okay.
The whole thing, except for the boots and the belt,
Mhm.
and the mask. And I got it. It was probably about 200. That's not bad at all. But this is just a undershirt.
What was it in that Future Legends Tomorrow episode? Was it Connor Hawk? That was the new
Yeah.
Green Arrow. So that little Connor Hawk style.
My more famous one, well, not famous, but I'm most recognizable for is doing Old Spice guy.
Like Terry Crews is screaming.
No, more like Mustafa's. Hello, ladies. Look at your man. Now back to me. Now back at him. Now back to me. Yeah, that one. I did do the Terry Crews one once at Richmond Comic Con. My favorite would have to be my Miles Morales cosplay. I'll be wearing that tomorrow.
Okay.
Because it's really cool to have a very prominent black superhero in the mainstream right now, where everyone thinks about black superheroes. They're like, they can't really name like 5 of
Would
them.
you say that Marvel kind of dropped the ball with their casting their Spider-Man and going Peter Parker instead of Miles Morales? Because at this point, you figure we've seen Peter Parker twice by 2 different people. You know, if you want to introduce a new Spider-Man, what better way than the
I would
cinematic
say
universe?
right now Marvel, it's a yes and a no for me, because I would have really preferred to have a Miles Morales Spider-Man personal bias.
Right.
I think there's like a ton of stories that have been told and haven't been told in his comic book line yet, and at the same time I really feel like, no, Peter Parker and Spider-Man did need their just due, because we saw a grown man playing Spider-Man twice.
Yeah.
Tobey Maguire was what, 30 something, trying to be a teenager.
I'll give it at least Andrew Garfield looks young.
Yeah, Andrew Garfield.
Tobey Maguire looks
looks
like Eeyore.
And I'm not a fan of Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. I love Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. Not a big fan of his Peter Parker. Tom Holland.
I like Tom Holland.
I think Tom Holland is great. Don't get me wrong. I just do feel like maybe this was the time to bring Miles into, because you figure only us that know who Miles Morales is. And you know, but I mean, clearly after these years, I mean, they've integrated him into the main Marvel universe, so he's resonating with people now. So this would have been a good time for Marvel to really want to boost up diversity with Black Panther coming out and Captain Marvel. You know, DC's about to beat him with the first woman, so that I feel like they could have done that.
In my opinion, I think that they're gonna introduce him later on inside of the Spider-Man universe.
I guess
That's
I'll
what
see
I
what
think
happens with
I really
Sony and their
want
rights.
to do is next Spider-Man movie, I want them to kill off Peter Parker. No offense to Tom Holland.
Yeah.
I just want them to kill Peter Parker and bring in Miles Morales. Like, there's been a lot of speculation going on with their casting, because like there was a kid. No, they cast a black kid. They cast a black kid, and his role so far is like it doesn't have a specified name, but it's up there with like the main cast.
So like setting the seeds for
Yeah.
later.
So you know how Marvel likes put in like little things to build up to next movies and everything.
And one more question for you about Marvel.
Yes.
In terms of the comics, you know, they've really been clearly going out of their way to diversify with Woman Thor, Black Spider-Man, was it Hulk is Asian?
Hulk's Asian, yeah, Hulk
you know, so really trying to branch out Kamala Khan,
Yeah.
Miss Marvel. Do you think that it's too much? Do you think like they're really trying too hard to get people to come in instead of doing it organically
Okay.
and naturally, or do you think it is a natural progression?
See, this is what I think. I'm glad you said that. I think it is bad idea that they're just repurposing characters in a different diverse
It seems like they're doing it just
different
for the
way.
sake of doing it.
Yeah, it's like instead of just making a new character altogether, like you can create a new character out of thin air and just integrate them in their universe, and they can be their own entity. It's like an issue Miles had when he first took on the mantle of Spider-Man. He didn't have his own suit. He bought a replica suit from the costume store that looked like Peter's, and everyone was always just like, that's some bad taste, man.
Yeah,
even though he had all this,
I think gave him his black one.
yeah, so I really just think that, comic book writers need to just go ahead and just create new heroes. Like there's like a ton of guys out here in Artist Alley creating new black heroes, new Indian heroes. One that's very notable is Naomi. Her comic book is like being like pushed around very hype. I don't know if you guys follow this guy, Anthony Piper. He does the Trill League, which is like the Justice League, but if they were kind of like hip hop stars.
That's cool.
And like they're very, very funny. Black Man, Wandisha, shout out Anthony Piper because I'm a big fan. I really hope you get that show on Adult Swim, bro.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, fellas. Well, thank you so much again for your time.
Thank
and,
you.
We got Red Hood, Batman. Can we get a Batman voice from you?
Where is Rachel?
We're doing a show called This Just In. We're doing our Comic-Con special. Clearly, we got the Joker here. Very, very accurate. You buy this as an actual Joker costume, or you put it together yourself?
Yeah, so over time it's been tailored
Yeah.
and it's rather expensive.
Yeah.
You ought to know, you bought it.
Nice. Was it, you got knives and lint in there?
A little bit.
A little bit?
A little bit of knives, a couple pieces of lint, a couple sticks of dynamite, gunpowder. Imagine what I could do at Comic-Con with a few drums of gasoline.
Oh, I'm sure there's probably a few people here that would not like that, but I'm down with it. It's with the Joker.
Hi.
What's your name?
I'm Ann.
And Justin?
Hi, Justin.
George.
Hi, George.
We're doing a Comic-Con special, and we're building for Wonder Woman because with Wonder Woman coming out, the first female-led superhero movie. How do you feel about everything with it so far? Do you think
I've
you're on the right
been
track?
a Wonder Woman fan since way back time, Linda Carter time, so I cannot absolutely wait for the movie to come
You
out.
think Gal Gadot's a good choice for Wonder Woman?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know too much about her, but I like that they're going with like a new face.
Right.
So
Did you see her in Batman vs Superman?
I did not. I didn't see that movie.
Most
Like I
people
said,
seem to think she was the best part of that.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll have to go back and check that out.
Yep, so
Don't go in there full
You're not trying to kill the person. But if you can control the saber, this becomes your best friend. It's an extension of who you are. It becomes your best friend. And the moment this becomes your best friend, you become the best at your art. What's up, guys? How you doing?
Hey, I'm Justin.
Justin, nice to
Filming
meet
a
you.
special right now about Comic-Con.
Pleasure.
Nice to see you guys.
Order of Lozano.
Order of Lozano. We are Ludasport, which is the Lightsaber Academy. We actually teach the actual classes of all 7 styles of lightsaber battling. This is the 4th franchise in the United States. There are tons of them over across the water, Italy and all. But this is the 4th one in the United States. There's the Boston, there is the Maine, there's the California, and we are number 4. So we are excited about opening up. I'm going to be battling this guy, kicking his butt. That's what I do.
Double sabers over here. Fight double.
Listen, I'm not going to let him.
Not in the rules.
I'm not going to let him.
I'm holding them because it looks cool.
I'm Big Daddy right
These are
now.
reference colors.
Blasters are primitive weapons.
So these actually are if you will, they are made by Lama DeLuce, and this is what would be known as a Jedi's blade because it's blue. My Sith blade is on the other side, but
Samuel L. Jackson there.
that would be the Samuel Jackson, yes. This is one of my partner's blade. This is custom made for him. He's actually a Sith as well. So, I mean, it's Luda Sport. Luda means fun in Italian, so it's fun sport. So every Tuesday we're at the Virginia Beach Fieldhouse at 5 and at 7. The classes are at 5 and at 7. Every Tuesday. In June we're going to Tuesdays and Thursdays, 5 and 7 on Tuesdays and Thursdays. If at anything, please hit us up on www.ludasporthamptonroads.com, and all of the information is there.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for your time, man.
Absolutely.
Okay. I thought we were going more.
I was just saying, I'm a veteran.
What's going on, dude? Justin Leland.
George, we're here filming our own thing. Your slogan that she didn't like caught my attention. What do y'all talking about, comics or
Talk
pop
about everything,
culture?
man. It's pop culture to politics, which I know is super broad.
That's exactly what we're doing. Like,
Yeah, and
word
so,
for word.
So I mean, like the whole thing, like our facts don't give a damn about your feelings. That's where we feel Americans have gotten to. Like I can't say what I'm gonna say because maybe it's George, right? Maybe it offends George.
George, right? Maybe it offends George.
It's America. I mean, like as long as I'm not telling everyone to beat George up.
Yeah.
I should be able to say whatever I want. And I don't mean like we're talking about off-the-wall crazy stuff. There's just so much stuff nowadays, like you can't say because you're whatever with ist on the end.
Right.
Like, oh, you can't say that. You hurt my feelings. You triggered me. Not that all we do is pick on millennials. We do that a lot.
Yes. Well, you pretty much, looks like you're pretty successful here with it.
Yeah, we're doing okay, man. We've been trucking along for 2.5 years. This is our 3rd year at Tidewater Comic Con. We do some of the other Comic Cons here. We got a lot of reoccurring segments, but two that we have every show is we have Sally of the Week and Man of the Week. And Sally of the Week is basically the pussiest thing we've heard about. It could be, personal. It could be something you heard about in the news. A week or two ago was, Stanford for holding their hunger strike, that they were allowed to leave and eat if they got hungry. Like, I don't agree with what you're protesting, but if you're gonna go on hunger strike, dude, be hungry.
Right. Yeah.
And on the flip side of that, Man of the Week, then it can be, man, woman, child. We don't care.
Ultimate badass of the week.
Right. It's just like if someone did something self-sacrificing, something of intense integrity, that could be laying down your life to save someone else's. It could be some story where you found out your neighbor was going to lose his house and you paid his mortgage. Whatever we think that we would like to highlight. Not like we're trying to make everybody feel good, but there's so much negativity. And like I said, with everybody whining and the snowflake generation, it's nice to highlight some things of what we think are quote-unquote manly. And like I said, man, we're just fed up of everything we listen to is incredibly censored. And anytime someone just strayed a little bit out of the path, they either got slapped back in or they just got cast aside.
Right.
And it's a podcast. We can say whatever we want.
Right.
We're not regulated by the FCC.
That's the beauty of doing it.
We can do whatever we want. And dude, man, it's freaking fun.
Yeah. Well,
I'm gonna lean right. I'm gonna lean right. Actually, it's funny because we go back to a very old podcast where I think Donald Trump was going to be on Fox and Friends the next day, and I made jokes about it today. He was going to announce that once again he wasn't running for president.
Right.
And then look where we are.
Would you say that you saw this coming? Do you think that you saw? Did you think he was going to win?
Man, I felt like he could, only because of who he's running against. I mean, Hillary Clinton was a horrible candidate. Just horrible. And I'm not even getting all I'm not trying to bring up the guy. She wasn't likable.
Yeah.
People, Democrats don't like Hillary Clinton.
That was actually a big segment on our last episode, is how nobody fucking likes Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
And that's why Donald Trump won.
Exactly. I mean, I think a lot of people don't like him, but you know what? I guess more people liked her. So no, man, I was, once he got the nomination, obviously I'm going to back him. I think, like I said, looking at things from a militaristic standpoint, I do a lot of stuff overseas. I'm in Afghanistan, I'm in Iraq, I'm in a lot of other places that nobody likes to go. And I'm not saying man, the handcuffs came off. Dude, there's so much ridiculous bureaucracy that goes into just getting the mission done. And almost immediately, not like it went away, obviously there's still a ton of red tape, but immediately, a big thing I saw, commanders on the field could take a more active role and kind of make more decisions without having to call this guy to call that guy to call that guy. I don't like being the world's policeman, but I think we needed to actually draw that line in the sand with Syria and do something about it. I think that was good.
Do you feel like he backtracked on the idea of America first and all this stuff he talked about, not going to Syria, getting out of Afghanistan, but now starting to
I think, if I'm
get more
being
into it?
honest, I think it's a little bit of backtrack, but I think it goes to the fact that, and like I said, I'm going to support him as our president. I'm not the biggest Donald Trump fan, but looking at it, I try to look at things objectively.
Right.
And there's a lot of
As one
things.
should.
There's a lot of things that candidate and especially just CEO Donald Trump used to tweet about years ago that everybody likes to throw up in his face. Dude, now he knows 100 times more about what's going on this planet than any of us in this room.
Right.
So if you find out and you're seeing pictures of children being gassed and murdered, man, like I said, I'm not trying to dude, I've been to a lot of crappy parts of the world.
We've seen some things.
And the things that happen over there that people like to brush off and think aren't happening, mostly what's happening is 10 times worse.
Right.
And I think once he was presented with that evidence, and specifically in Syria, he said, holy crap.
Make a decision based on what you know
we
now.
got to do something. And I think, so I mean, I do think that, he's backtracked on some things, but I think some of it's inevitable, you just kind of have to. And I know that sounds like I'm making an excuse.
I mean, I want your legitimate, honest.
I just think that he's making more informed decisions.
I think. You wish he would get rid of a Twitter?
Dude,
No, you like the Twitter?
listen to our show.
Yeah. That's kind of where I was going.
No, I mean, it's great for entertainment.
Right.
That's for damn
sure.
I think he says 10 tons of dumb stuff, and I roll my eyes all the time. But at the same time, isn't this what we all wanted for the last 5-10 years? When, at least me, man, I just want a normal dude. I mean, a smart guy or whatever. But, someone that says dumb stuff on Twitter. Some stuff that's going to be a normal person that isn't a lawyer, that isn't going to speak illegally. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all wanted this everyman, and we're never going to get an everyman as president.
I mean, you can only be
happen.
so much of an everyman when you sit on a gold throne on top of New York City.
But I'm saying,
Yeah, I get
I
what
feel
you're
like this is as close we're getting, at least now, to a normal dude.
Do you feel like he would have made it without social media, without Twitter, and without? Do you think? Because I mean, you figure during Barack Obama's presidency, that's when social media, Twitter, all that, and he started to delve in it. But Donald Trump would be the first candidate that came up in the age of social media.
I would say that, I don't know if I would say he couldn't have done it without it, but it would have been a lot harder.
Right.
I think that he did a fantastic job, right, wrong, or indifferent, of manipulating the media.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, whether you like it or not, the dude
you gotta give props where it's.
He was a freaking puppet master, and he controlled that story. And I think a lot of times when he couldn't get airplay from this, let's super be honest. Fox News loves him, all the other ones hate him. So you're looking at a 1 versus 3.
Right.
So I think he decided he needed to even the playing field, and I think he did a good job of it.
All right. Well, last question for you. Going on that note, do you have any concerns about especially doing this podcast, freedom of speech? With the reporter that apparently got put in is cracking down on reporters asking him things, talking fake news, kind of this war that they say he's launching against the media. Do you think that's a thing, or do you think that's just the media trying to paint him in a more negative light?
I think that's muddy waters, man. I believe obviously huge advocate of free speech. Like I said at the beginning, dude, I should be able to say what I ever want, so should you. I think that the press should be held to a higher standard.
He does seem to be a little thin-skinned when people say things he doesn't like.
Oh, no, I don't disagree. The dude's got some thin skin. So, I was just hearing today, they're talking about dumping the press briefings.
Yeah.
And he wants to get rid of the press briefings.
Yeah, and you figure these in this experiment that is American democracy. I mean, the press, the media has been an integral part from the beginning. So, whereas one side of the aisle says, he's killing that, and then others don't think so. So being in this kind of environment, I feel like that is a very prevalent issue.
I think there's no such thing as impartial media anymore. I think there's. I think you'd be very hard pressed to find someone that is centered, that actually reports the news. I'm Walter Cronkite. Here's what happened. That doesn't happen anymore.
Maybe Charlie Rose.
Yeah, but you've either got Sean Hannity or Rachel Maddow. You got Tucker Carlson.
One extreme or the other.
Yeah, there's nobody in the middle. And so I think that's become a problem. If people could just report the news, then I think this wouldn't be an issue, because I do think the right puts their spin on everything. I don't know why I use my left hand for that. And the left puts their spin on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's all a bunch of spin.
Leave the opinions to people like us, right?
Yeah.
Just report the news and let us talk shit about it.
And I don't think we're going to some sort of Orwellian police state dystopian future. At the same time, man, dude, he's the president. If he doesn't like you, get out.
Spider-Man of it, it's super cozy. Jay, I'm Justin. Nice to meet you. Blade. Now, I'm going to say what we are probably most interested in is the very accurate haircut. Okay. Do you get pictures, you show a barber for that? Or?
Actually, yeah, my barber's been cutting my hair like this for the last 8 years.
So you keep it like you're not just doing that for Comic Con. That's how you normally
This
keep
is
it.
every day.
Okay. How'd you feel about the Blade TV show? With, what was it Sticky Fingers was Blade?
Yeah.
You like that?
Good writing, bad casting.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Could have been so much better if they would have just picked the Blade. Even if they would have just gave the guy a little bit more martial arts training and not wrote in Blade getting his butt kicked so much.
Yeah, no, you can't. Not everybody can be Wesley Snipes, huh?
That's true. That's true. They could have had me though.
They could have had you. Do you pay your taxes?
Actually, yeah.
All
I pay
right.
my taxes.
Well, yeah, as long as you do that, they can keep you as Blade.
And I got 37 years of martial arts training. So
Right. What kind of martial arts?
yeah, I'm an expert in Kenpo and Jiu-Jitsu.
That is awesome. Is
I wish I could get this in my holster, but it don't want to work.
is this outfit conducive to show us some sort of
Some movement?
some moves?
What kind of movement?
I don't know, man. You tell me. You're the vampire.
I'll tell you what, as soon as I get this in here, I'll show you some moves. We have room.
Yeah. Break it down, bro. Bravo, man. That's fucking awesome. The sword, is that a...
It's dope, yeah.
Dude, that's like the one from the movie.
Yeah. Oh
Is it? Never felt so powerful before. I'm not gonna try to do what you did, so probably kill somebody. Well, man, it was a pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much.
Not a problem.
for it.
Appreciate it.